Hi guys, so I just want to come on here and do a encouragement type of video. Don't really know where this is going, and it's been a very long time since I've done any type of video topic on encouragement. Usually it's dreams or family videos that I'm making and putting up, but those of you who've been following for a long time probably are getting nostalgia, but these are my old talking videos. So yeah. I kind of just want to share, like, just a bunch of different little things that are going on in my mind. So I really want to be a little vulnerable and share with people, like, what I try to, like, strain away from, like what I try not to, like, basically my morals on my walk with Jesus, and how like the things that I try to do in my everyday life, basically. Things that I try to stay away from. I'm a really strong believer in repenting, like, inside myself, like, through the night. And that's just a understanding of things that I'm doing wrong, a recognizing of things that I'm doing wrong, and just coming to the Lord and daily and just noticing those things and just cleansing before Him. I'm really big on that. So, and that's a daily thing that I do constantly, all throughout the day. It's just natural. I've actually felt like I've been doing that since I was like a kid, because I have memories from when I was a kid where if I made fun of somebody, I would, at the end of the night when I would be in bed, I'd see that replay out in my head, and I'd feel empathy and guilt and sadness, and I never did well with guilt and sadness, because it really broke my heart to pieces. And I was not raised in a religious household, so it was just a natural feeling of, like, remorse and repentance, basically, inside my soul. So I'm really big on that. I try to watch everything that I do in my day. I notice when I'm doing something that is probably not good, like if I get a little irritable and angry, I can recognize it, and, you know, I'm trying my hardest to, I just try really, really hard to just get back on track all the time. And I know the times that we're living in, the energy around is going to be more chaotic now in your household, and it's around the world. It's when you go out in public, you're just going to feel it. There's an energy there. Nobody's living a perfect life right now. Nobody's following this perfect lifestyle. Not even the biggest pastors in the world or whatever. Like the most Christian-y person ever. They're having these battles. And they're going within and trying to, you know, humble themselves before the Lord and try to fix that. And that's what I try to do. Another thing is we don't listen to certain music that has any perversion in it, any bad language. We don't listen to any of that stuff at all. It's not allowed. And when me and my husband, we listen to music, like, we're not going to sit there and listen to the Christian radio station 24/7. That's just not what we do. We switch it all the time. We listen to a bunch of different music. But my husband and I are the kind of people that if we're driving in the car and, like, we hear Every Breath You Take, you know, we don't look at it at a worldly standpoint of what they would look at the song, like, oh, it's a guy singing about a girl, blah, blah, blah. We look at it like that's God, like what He would say to us, what He expects of us. And so when we listen to that song, we think of God. Both him and I together, it's really funny. He's the same way as me. We think almost identical. And yeah, so again, we watch what kind of music comes into our household. Another thing is we don't have cable TV. I know that people can see in the videos that we have TVs in the house, and we have no cable. I have not watched cable in 8 years since the beginning of my walk. When I got saved it was at the end of 2012 into 2013, I got rid of all music. All music. I got rid of all cable. Like, I did not watch cable no more. So it's been a very long time. And my husband's the same way. He don't watch cable. We do not have cable in the house, and we like it that way. We actually think more clearer. The energy of the cable we don't have in the house, so it feels very clean and it feels good. And if we go somewhere, like if I go to a dentist appointment, right, and they place you on those seats, and they always have a TV right in front of you as if you need to be entertained, right? I never look at it. This is a whole nother topic. I never even acknowledge the TV. I try to act like I'm just looking out the window. I'm looking at pictures, and you could tell they're all like, why isn't she watching the TV? But I'm just one of those types of people. And, yeah, it's like the energy off the sound of the TV, like when I go to the dentist, for example, it's just so gross. Like, it's just got a tasteless grossness to it. I can't stand it. It's gross. I don't know how anybody can watch TV. I don't know how they can have the energy of the wiring of it in your house. I can't. I just can't. So that's another thing. So we watch, none of the kids have cable either. Things like that. Another thing is when the summertime comes, both my husband and we avoid public beaches like the plague, because we know that people are going to be dressed inappropriately over there, and we're not about to put our light into that in our mind's eye. We don't even acknowledge it. We try to find lakes or because we don't live by they call it a beach, but it's Lake Ontario, but they call it a beach up here. It's really funny because I actually really grew up by a beach, so yeah. But we try to avoid those public places, and we go off to where like it's more private and nobody's there. Actually, if you watch a lot of my videos, you'll actually notice that we go a lot of places where there's nobody around because we're very introverted like that. Both my husband and I are very empathic beings. We can feel energy so strongly off of people, and it drains us very quickly. And yeah, we get really chaotic if we are around a lot of energy, or if we're like thrown in a situation that's very scary. It's very empathic. We can feel everything, and it gets us cornered. And like, yeah, so we try to avoid stuff like that all the time. And I love that about him and I, that we're both the same way. We're cut from the same cloth. We say it all the time. We're like perfect for each other. And another thing is we just every day, like, I'm not even exaggerating, every day my husband and I are constantly examining ourselves on what we're doing. We must have, I can't even talking about it, like, this is how much we talk about it. We always are examining ourselves, our daily life. We look out for each other's walks. If one of us feels the other one ain't doing enough spiritualness, or we're not taking enough time to regroup and go inward again with God and recharge, and we get on each other in a nice, loving, and gentle way. Like, we look after each other. And sometimes it's like iron sharpen iron with us. Sometimes we could be very, very like in a sword fight of trying to sharpen each other's swords up, our spiritual walk. And it's out of love. We really love each other a lot, and we are just trying to protect each other's souls. So we're constantly in our daily life trying to, are we doing this right? Are we doing this? We're not living like this. We need to live more like this. We need to do this for the kids. And we're constantly, is God happy? Is he pleased with us? Is this okay, God? And it's just, I'm sure many of you guys are go through the same things. It's a struggle, and we try to do that every night. And another thing is that every time I put something up on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, whatever I do, I always make sure that I'm planting a seed in there. There's always something more that's in there to help lead people to Christ. I try to be very positive in my videos and encourage people through my family videos. So that's another thing that I try to do on a daily, is everything that I do, I try to plant a seed. That's like my thing that I do for myself. I ask God that all the time. I pray that all the time. Like, Abba, please help me to just be a good influence, a positive person that is an encourager, and I really want to plant seeds. That's all I want to do. And he's the sunshine and the water. Just give me some good seeds to throw down. And yeah, I have to plant seeds in everything that I do. So that's another thing I try to live by. Yeah, so that's where we are. That's like basically what we try to do. That's where we are. We try to look after our walks, and I hope that everybody else is looking out for their walks as well. I hope we're not the only ones going all crazy and are we doing this right and all this stuff. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it did something to help somebody out. But yeah, so I felt like I just wanted to be vulnerable and share that with everybody. And I love you guys, and hopefully I'll have more videos coming out. Love you.